Good morning, connections. I want to do a couple of highlights. I might pull from the energy, but I just want to acknowledge the universe as to I get it now. Um, I'm in an extreme lesson right now, and it has led me to become sick or have side effects as to being sick. It honestly reminded me of a COVID energy that I normally speak of, and I've been through this lesson. It's just, it's a little different just because I would say it's not me this time, it's somebody projecting on me this time, the same lesson that I've learned. But it's coming in the form as to don't play with fire or you will get burnt. And it's an aspect of two rainbows on Holy Land type of an energy. It's just how are you using it? It's coming off in the form of like it's supposed to be used in sisterhood, which had actually been coming out within my energy, cult energy, witchy energy. It's just it's a lustful form coming through, and it is having me have a side effect of COVID. Like wrong. Um, but it's actually a lesson that I learned when I was in jail. Honestly, for myself personally, I learned it before, but for myself, experiencing this energy, where I found myself attracted to a female because it seemed like it was a nice balance. The whole concept was how do you deal with it? You don't have to have lustful energy to naturally have a sisterhood, to have a balance with somebody, to have a connection with somebody. And I believe that's just the whole lesson within it, which I see why to an extent. Spirit didn't want me to have the heads up because I probably would have relocated. That goes with my other aspect that I'm dealing with. Spirit is letting me know I am too clean for dirty situations, which is another reason why I'm catching a cold. I'm too pure right now, like very delicate energy where it's just like that's what would have made me move. Like you want me to change up my energy, my natural routine because somebody coming at me with some dirty footerities, intriguing. But this is a lesson where I have to learn it. Like I can't run from a lesson, or of course it'll repeat. This is a repeated lesson. It's just I recognize it because I had myself in this position and I actually spoke on it. I wish I would have shared it, but I was like, I enjoyed learning it for the moment for myself, honestly, because it just was amazing. Because I honestly found myself attracted to her, and she really prayed, and I heard her, and I asked her what the hell she prayed about. That's the intriguing part of a connection. It's just sometimes when people see themselves having connections, they think, oh, we must be a spouse compatible, which that happens a lot, honestly. But for me, it's like, oh, Jesus, you got me going and getting sick, yo. This is almost like a demon or something. But on the flip side, it's like within me learning this lesson, I know how to deal with it better. But use regular soap. You don't get to go and tidy yourself up too tidy. That's an intriguing energy, honestly. That energy is so intriguing because I experienced this one a lot of times as to being too clean for dirty situations. Or normally it's an aspect of you're just too clean, but it's because of dirty situations. It comes with a side effect of getting sick. It's almost the energy that I'm used to as into literally just maybe coming too dressed up. You got a suit on and a tie, and everybody else is like in pajamas. It's an effect of energy that happens. It is normally a negative projected to the one that's too doggone clean. You just too set right, and it's that same type of energy. That's the mind-boggling part to me. It's like I get it, spirit, and I would say a heads up would have been nice, but it's like go with the flow. This is a lesson that you have to learn. That's the intriguing part of energy, but I still think it's great. It's just I've gone and having side effects that seem like a cold, and it started with my throat. That's the intriguing part. I woke up. I believe I know who this person is. I met her, um, and I believe the next day, once it actually came closer to me, my throat started to hurt. Um, so I actually went and got cough drops and some vape things. I know how to heal myself very well. It's just recognizing what energy is around and why it's happening is important within this energy. It's just wanted to express to the universe. I get it. I gotta. It's just I have to recoup right now. Like I know my spirit guide is on protect me that mode for sure. Cause it's like, ay, 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 this energy, the way it's going, is almost a dangerous energy, honestly. That's what's like a fucking demon. But maybe learning a lesson just like me as to how to use your gift and how to actually have a sisterhood or call energy. Because this is same sex of females and what we're capable of doing when we are close in vicinity together. That's the important part within this lesson that I appreciate. Other than that, it's like shit, bitch, you crazy? Leave me alone. That's what it is. Go play somewhere else. But anywho, we gotta be patient. Be patient. I'm pulling from the divine energy of the oracle. Let's see what messages within this energy. I hope my nose don't get to going because that's another one of my problems. And this is the COVID side effect. My nose just get to running. It just get to running like the goddamn water fountain is on. Like allergic reaction. Something is around that's not supposed to be. The, when I say damn, I have to explain. I'm thinking of how to explain it because it's a new awareness to me. It's like I have. It's intriguing when your feet is in the shoes. You're experiencing this. It's different when you're an observer seeing it happen, but when it's you experiencing it, it's a little different. Because we're both coming off like two rainbows. We're a whole. We're naturally healers. Or it's what you call the energy, you know. But one is coming off in a very lustful form, and it's messing up the balance. But it's a great awareness. That's the intriguing part within this energy. And I have to say I resonate with it. 'Cause I haven't finished explaining that. When I was in jail, I don't remember what the heck I did. I'd be having to go and recoup and collect energy and things like that, take breaks. Life, I be living life. That's what happens. I be living life and living life. I wanted to be in a place called jail. And it was a great experience, honestly. Like I always learn. Last time I went to jail, for a person that was so woke like me, oh my God, it was intriguing. My favorite thing to do was read books in there. It's amazing how I could read my life, and everything else around me. Shit was amazing, honestly. But besides that part, the shit was amazing. Honestly, it's just a fact. Like, I was too awoke to be in there. But then again, that's life. That you have to go and collect your pieces of life, where life really be at. But even for this lesson, honestly, it's a confined energy. That's the intriguing part. That's probably the similarity to it. But when I say confined, it's a stuck energy. You really can't move around. You have to deal with it energy. But this one was different. It's not different, but it was a little different. Because as I said, she prayed and I heard her. And Spirit told me to ask her what she prayed about. And what she prayed about, it was like, that's what I'm here for. It was amazing. It was amazing just as my faith. I had to ask her. But I wanted to start finding myself attracted to her. Like, she looked like a strong guy to me. It was intriguing. And I believe this is before I asked her what she prayed about. I was already seeing the same guidance, probably that we both pray to. That's the intriguing part within this energy. Well, in that energy anyway. And the whole concept that I learned was how did I deal with that? I could have been lustful. That could have became my girlfriend or boyfriend. It gets intriguing when you have to identify you two are the same sex, but one the boyfriend, one a girlfriend. It's just like intriguing. So I don't know if she would have been my boyfriend or girlfriend in there because I found myself attracted to a guy side of her. That's the intriguing part. But I really do believe it. Now that I'm going back and thinking, it's been a little minute, honestly. She naturally carried her husband's energy, which I was able to translate. That's the intriguing part. He died. That's why I was able to freaking hear it. Like, it was just so beautiful, honestly. But it's how you handle situations that's the important part. In those situations, it's like you missing the lesson and you just reading reroute in a different form, if that makes sense. And I feel like I'm blocking that energy, but it's projected on me. And it's like I'm not. It's funny because I've been speaking on this energy a lot lately. For some reason, same-sex energy just been tug of war with me, or just really coming toward me. And it's something that I'm not against. It's just at the end of the day, for my structure, I know 1,000%ly that I am meant to be with a male, somebody who have a penis between their legs. I am meant to grow in that form. Now, would I play on the side, maybe have fun, great times with other tools outside of that, if that's what me and my spouse want to do? But just to say I will be with one, no, I'm 1,000% sure not. But I have to have those type of connections. I'm seeing how important it is right now, but when it's not balanced out and done right, there is bad side effects that happen. It's like we're hurting each other. Like, are you in a cult form, witchy form? What are you doing? You know, they say it's misplaced energy or misplaced aggression, but it's not aggression. It's just it's in that form, misplaced energy. Not knowing how to use your tool right. You know, but that's just what I want to highlight on when it comes to that, because I'm up early in the morning recording. Actually, like, Spirit woke me up probably in the late 2 o'clock hour, but it's 3 o'clock hour now, which is communication all day. Keep your commandments. Um, which is communication all day, which is intriguing because, once again, that's the part that. And yesterday has to speak on that too. Yesterday, I was such in a thriving mode. Before, like, later on in the day, because it did rain and it was cold and I was out and about on top of that, which that's one of the energy that's too. You're too clean for dirty situations. I've been doing a lot of rituals, and my hygiene routine is a very, very, very high impactful for me. Like, I'm a great person for when COVID was around. As to no germs on me, no germs on me. But in those aspects, I had to be confined. Literally, I can't go back out in dirtiness. You too potent. You like a baby. Like, and it's intriguing. Um, Listen, I would have been. Seriously, I would have been. My upkeep, hygiene aspect is tremendously great. Have faith. Keep your commandments. Have faith. I surely am having faith. I get it now. Well, I didn't need to know all the answers because I probably would have navigated differently. Honestly, I'm too clean for dirty situations. That means I need to go somewhere cleaner, right? Time to go. Running from class, ma'am. Not today, ma'am. Running from class today. Not. Which that's an intriguing ending. It's like some people would think that I am trying to just. Like, it's almost like a punk energy, like, oh, it's my punk you out your spot or some shit like that. But it's like, no, it's not that type of an energy. It's just, for me, just the whole aspect of you want, it's coming off like you're too clean, or I would say you're playing with fire. Well, I did say that because the same sex energy is an energy where it can be all bad. And I know that's not my foundation. It's one that, if you're a weak person, then you're going to fall for it and you're going to go the wrong fucking direction. It's like a temptation goddamn energy. A potent one on that. Weak individuals, that they're going to fall. They're going discernment is not going to be their best friend. Because they don't think it's discernment. It just got to be right. Notice this gotta be fucking trickeries. Keep your commandments, okay? Engage higher reason. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what Spirit wanted this lesson to be. Which is actually funny. They had a school bus out here recently. Like, I feel like this is class all day. Just like, Jesus. I appreciate the lesson that I really do. This is an intriguing experience. It's just, once again, this is all airwavefully. Could have actually met up, but it's just, I ain't feeling that energy. We don't really resonate too much, and I see why. Embrace your power. Think things through. Put it at the bottom. Nourish yourself first. Nourish yourself first. Love yourself first. Learn yourself first. I feel like that can go in so many different energies of a form, honestly, when it comes to that. Love yourself first. Or know yourself first. What you're capable of doing. And so you know where to place that energy at. For me, that's definitely a sisterhood. That's what happens when the power of females, I would say the power of love, but literally, the power of females when we come together, or any type of a spiritual group, when they come together, what's possible to be done. And obviously, we like when it's done not right. There is side effects, and not a good way. But at the moment, I do see all the good, honestly. Even the awareness in it is beautiful to me, honestly. Yeah, that it is. But this is less not experiencing same-sex boys, seeing myself, actually getting attracted to a female, and this time it's a female attracted to me on a resonating type of energy form, but it's in a sisterhood, caught form, witchy style. That's the beautiful part. It's not just like it's just anybody. It's of a high standard form. It's not for me in a metaphor. Definitely when it's energy being placed in this form of a way, I believe anything that try to harm me is a negative. But maybe it's not done on purpose. That's what I do believe. Because I'm a great person, you'd be quite weird enough to be attracted to me or to like me. Honestly, like what the fuck? Sheesh. And it's not one. I'm not one of those ones who always toot in their goddamn horn. I'm very aware that there's ones that I don't know what word to use. Jesus, or just like me, or intensified than me, if that makes sense. I get it. I like that. Honestly, those are the aspects that I'm normally attracted to. Shit, I ain't really got to worry about them irritating my nerves with their lack of confidence. So shit, if you more intensified than me, then shit, that's even better. Shit, but there's nothing wrong with the ones that's lower than me. It's just at some point I'm gonna trigger their insecurities. You know, or they just might just love me because I'm just like you're so beautiful and so smart, and either way, it's one of those either ways. But to the moment I'm talking about tooting my own horn and thinking, you just all that and everything. Like that's true, but there's others that are that and just, you know, ain't nothing wrong with it. I get it. I appreciate that. Honestly, shit. I really do. I give credit where credit is at, where it's due. Shit, it is what it is. It is what it is. About to see what Zodiac's influencing this energy though. Leo and Aquarius. A sun. The sun and Uranus. Spotlight for sure. An airwave is having faith. It's coming through the air. And keep your commandments. It's the sun, the ruling planet, the sun. It's the spotlight. How you behave in the spotlight? It's intriguing. It's an energy where they be like, I'm trying to think of how to explain. I don't know if I even go with that the way I'm thinking about it. Because I feel like the energy of what you do when the lights is out, but when a spotlight is on you, whether you know it or not, well, how do you behave? Or I feel like you would know it. Like it's the sun. You gonna know the sun is on you for sure. You're gonna feel some pressure. Like, the sun is intense for a reason. Or another example, like being on TV maybe or something. I don't know, but that's a spotlight. They have like lights, camera, action. Some people really freeze. Like, how are you behaving? Are you changing it all up? Have you just became like, whoa, who is this person? You know? It's one of those energies, but it's clearly said keep your commandments. And once again, Cancer, it's in the dark. You might be actually in that energy that I actually was referencing too, but I was like, I'm not sure if this is a good example. How you doing things in the dark? You think that there's no light on you, but it really is. There's always light in the dark. Like I seen the moon yesterday, it was looking so gorgeous. Jesus, which is that's me, but it's my energy source. But it was looking so gorgeous, and the clouds was dipping over the moon so fast. It looked like, oh my god, it was just beautiful. Like, why is the world going so fast? That's what it reminded me of. Because anytime the clouds move, if it's round, it gotta be moving fast. But I was, oh my god, why is the sky moving so fast? Dude, I put my phone, I had to record, but it looked so beautiful, honestly. So beautiful. And once again, it was at the top, and I was on the bottom. Cancer's, they go Libra, a balance. Airwave, this all air, that's water. So this is all air. But Libra is a balance. So I caught that already. It's the moon and the sun. That's perfect. Even with the energy that I'm explaining, when it comes to same sex, um, having a balance between light and dark is just, do you know how to juggle that? Do you recognize both aspects? What do you do with it? That's the important part. This is embrace your power. Think things through. That's important. Who so what's up under there? Then we have Cancer, Gemini, Taurus, and Scorpio, Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and last but not least, Aries. More fire on the bottom. Uh, I want to see what universal law is standing up there. I'm so happy that my nose is behaving like eternal message. Baby, like, we got you, baby. Like, we got you, darling. Because now I've been getting up since this morning when I first got up. Even though I was going to sleep, my nose just kept going. Like, oh my God. I'm actually kind of feeling better. On top of that, that's the intriguing part. Like, spirit is keeping it together really quick for me. It's like, go back and heal when you're done. It's just, I'm actually amazed, honestly. That's why I have to keep mentioning it. Like, my nose is not going. I ain't had to wipe my nose or nothing. I brought my tissue just in case, like I did do a couple of dabs, but luckily, it's like I got my shield of armor on or something. Fancy style. And the law of relativity is over there. Body tissue. Intriguing. And we got 3 that came out. Got the law of vibration, which is going to keep your commandments. Have faith, the law of correspondence, and then the law of cause and effect, which is going to embrace your power and think things through. That's going with Libra energy. And then the law of correspondence is going with Aquarius, which is coming through the air. Then the law of vibration. It's complements of, it's almost I feel like law of attraction is in here for sure. It's a magnetic energy, but it's a spotlight energy. That's the intriguing part. It's intriguing, like, how could you go the wrong way with a magnet? As much as I love myself, but this is an energy where it's like, it feel like I'm playing into it now that I know what's going on. It's like I'm playing into it, but it's like no, that's how I love myself. I love myself that much where intriguingly I do come off like I'm gay or like I could be entertained in this situation. It's like no, it's just how I love myself. I had a great day yesterday. And it was Veterans Day on top of that. Hell yeah, I'm about to give myself some affection. Mwah. Kissing myself and my spiritual guidance because we've been doing this. Well, we deserve to love on ourselves. And even in that form of a way, on the flip side, it's like I'm playing into it, which that's do not play with fire because you will get burned. But it's like that's not what I'm doing. It's just me literally being myself. That's the intriguing part, and that's where it gets really intriguing. Definitely when it's so balanced, because it's coming off like in a correspondence, like, oh, you responding back, you like this. It's like it's not like I'm against it, but that's not my actual intentions. That's just me just giving myself affection, and that's where that energy gets tricky, and that's where in a different an observer aspect would say it's a magnetic energy where it's like it's meant to be in that form of way with another actual female, if that makes sense. Um, but for me, I feel like that's rerouting or being misled. Not being misled, maybe I said it because that wasn't my intentions, and I know how my structure actually is supposed to be. It's not that I would not ever do anything with a female sexually. I'm not saying I wouldn't. That's not the person I would actually be with. I don't see myself dating a female. I really do. Because I thought about it. Because I talked about it recently. And for me, the way, because I actually had an epiphany within the moment of me saying it as to, geez, I do want to see why they think of me as being gay. Like the things that I'm so comfortable with doing, but like I want to hold hands with my friend, or my girlfriend. And she's a girl. That's another thing. Like, but maybe I should find a different way to explain it because I actually ran into that type of problem too. As to having a female friend and calling her my girlfriend, even though we weren't dating. It's just you're a girl and you're my friend. Like I'm 34 years old and I do not have any female friends. And I haven't had one since I was a teenager. Like probably actually like in middle school. That's the intriguing part of energy. Like I associate with, but I could not say I had a friend. I haven't since I was like in middle school. So just recently, I was in my 30s when this happened. This is a recent lesson. But the intriguing part that threw me is because she was gay. She operated as a stud. So it's like, ah, why would I be calling her my girlfriend? Like in a dating form. That's just why I was like, I just was saying it because you're a girl. I understood she had a girlfriend or things like that. It's just, it got totally just misunderstood, where her girlfriend was just totally upset. And it's like, I ain't trying to step on y'all feet. It's just she's a girl to me. I don't care if she identified as a fucking guy. She's a girl to me. And I just love that she did music. I just wanted to enjoy that part and actually learn about her just because she was operating and calling herself Rael, a sun god actually. But it's like for me, I don't want to get too much into that because like for me, she came off weak because she wasn't staying true to herself. How you think you're not gonna operate with faith? Like if your person ain't comprehending that I come equipped for both of you, then that one's a problem. It was jealousy, insecurity. It's another pretty person coming in the picture, and it just was too damn much. But it's like it's not what I came in there for. And yes, I did approach that too. That's my girlfriend because you're the fucking girl. I don't care if you identified as a boy, you're a girl. And I was just so excited because I ain't had a friend in so long. So I was like, oh, I got a girlfriend. But my I want to say naive self from being just so confined so much. Didn't realize people really get offended by things like that. But they like playing in that area anyway. Calling everybody their goddamn girlfriends and booze and but as I was saying, that was one of the lessons I learned as to approaching somebody in a way that was just came off inappropriate, honestly. But for me it wasn't that. Um Because I wasn't thinking in that form of a way. I just was excited that she was a spiritual person, identifying herself as a goddamn sun god. Like, I wanted to learn more about that aspect, honestly. But for me, I feel like she's not strong in her faith. She's not keeping her goddamn commitments, and she don't embrace her power. She let her partner goddamn dominate way too damn much, which makes her lack in her goddamn power. How you a sun god? She should be bowing to you. Honestly, what the fuck? But that's a here or there. That's a here or there. It's just an experience that I went through, and it was like it made me honestly side eye. But that's why a lot of people don't thrive in their power. Like there's a lot of powerful people. Like I'm even learning to embrace myself, honestly. But I just was amazed learning somebody who identifies such a powerful person backing down because of their spouse. Like it was roles in reverse. Like what the fuck is this? We're gonna see what house is influencing this energy. I feel like it's something else I wanted to say about. I can't honestly remember at the moment. The second house came out. That's intriguing because I'm gonna look at my phone. Ay, ay, ay. So I want to go to my birth chart really quick and see where my second house placement is saying what's in my second house. I actually need to write all that down so I can share those things with you guys so we can just learn together because that's important. I need to know what zodiac is in there. I can't really remember at the moment, honestly. I did look at it, I just can't remember. But second house came out and it's going with think things through and the law of correspondence and the balance is going with Libra. It's in the middle of it. In the universal law, the law of correspondence. And it's a complement of a material value or physical value. What are you valuing? What are your values? For myself, personally, it's connections. That's why I think this lesson is so beautiful. I love connections a lot. That's how I even grow with my family. Um, when I say connections, a lot of telepathy, a lot of no matter where I'm at, I can communicate with you without a phone, but I can use the phone to let you know I'm communicating with you. Um, learning to recognize signs everywhere. I love that energy. Um, it's just what I naturally am. It's just a lot of people ain't aware to it. Like somebody actually told me before I was bad with communication, and I was just like, whoa, that's where I thrive at. That's all I kind of sort know. So to tell me I got bad communication, I just got to speak a different language for you, and I'm sure I speak it. It's just, well, what is your love like? What is your language you speak? And I don't mean like French or nothing like that. I mean like, do you pay attention to colors? Are you a number person? Do you like music? Do you like art? Are you a fashion person? Do you like books? Do you like newspapers? Do you like magazines? Like, what is your language? You know, because it do go in the category of speaking to the deaf, stupid, and blind. So I have to learn their languages. As much as people say they can see that they be in the category of blind, like you can show them something, they still just clueless. You can tell somebody something, and it's just like, what? It just go over their fucking head. Or you could just do all of that, and they just, what? Like, shit. Maybe next year. Maybe next year or in a couple months, you ain't there. People, that's something I've learned. You can't rush things. We're patient. I think I did see patience. I seen be patient. It was the bottom. It was the top of the deck before I even started shuffling. Be patient. People are farther back in the maze. People grow up different. They have different timing when it comes to learning things. Just because you was able to excel so quickly don't mean the next person is. Which is actually funny because yesterday I was out and about doing a couple of things to be ready for the week, and I met a guy, and it's so funny because I didn't finish telling you guys that I was thriving yesterday, as I always am. It's just I had my wonderful spiritual music going, gospel, but I had looked up female gospel rappers. It was Veterans Day, and I feel like I should have highlighted them in the veteran form. You got to stay true in this, and I had to give praise in the female aspect because it's even difficulter for us to stay true in a career form like that. Like those things don't always take off so quickly. So if you're doing that, or you a veteran, you stay true to yourself on a spiritual journey. Guys too, but somehow guys get in the path way more easier than females, intriguingly, um, for the most part. Um, so I was listening to female gospel rappers yesterday, and it was just so great. It's something that I needed. Like I had church on the go pretty much. It was lovely. I was in praise and worship on the go. It was lovely. Um, but I wanted my phone when I sent out. My phone wound up saying I had went offline, which anytime they say I'm going offline is probably I'm thriving so much. You are already on the eternal side now. That's just how I feel like spirit operates with me sometimes when it happens that way. It's like you're offline, like what? Okay, whatever. I on a trip sometimes. It's like obviously I hopped over to the eternal side and you recognize it, whatever. So I wound up going back, and my nose is about to go now. It's about to get that going now. I feel it's about to start dripping. Oh Jesus! Now I'm laughing because I want to say that's that COVID shit for sure, but that's why I started chuckling. But seriously, which I actually seen those tests out yesterday. I was like, oh Jesus! They had them out at COVID. I mean, they had them out at COVID. They had them out at CVS on the damn counter, which is just like that energy. I don't know. It ain't never went nowhere. They ain't never said it ended, which is like how you think that ends anyway? That will never end. It's just an awareness to it, and I knew that as soon as things like this, like they raise it up where we all can mingle back close to the vicinity. Because I believe energy, like what I'm experiencing right now, is why they wanted us apart. But it's like even this aspect, we are apart. It's just being done airwavely, the way where it's like, oh, ain't no stopping this. That's the intriguing part. But us in the same actual room together, that's where it can get real intriguing. Which I loved it from the jump, honestly. The person, if it's the same person that I've met, that I believe it is, I was like, oh, this is my tribe. Intriguing. You pulled up on me. How lovely. Because others were in disbelief of what I do, you know. Then the actual another one pulls up like, oh, intriguing. And you actually had the cards, like, ah, how lovely. Sometimes people be thinking things is a joke. But it gets intensified as into when two or more are gathered. It was like one of those styles, and that's almost that COVID energy fucking too. That's the intriguing part of this energy. But kind of forgot I was saying. Oh, what was I doing in CVS? Well, speaking of COVID, while I was struggling, I was about to say this is some COVID shit, which it's a true statement. Something to get afraid about it. But people, it's intriguing because that was the energy when I was in jail. I feel like my mind's no scattered. It's all puzzle pieces, but they all connect together. It's all the same aspects for the most part. When I was in jail, when I learned that lesson, what I was explaining about when it was myself having lustful energy toward a female, which was unnormal to me. But it wasn't like I was seeing a female. I literally was seeing her as a guy. And it's not like she was dressed like a guy. I don't think she was wearing a do rag or nothing. It was nothing that was making her come off like she could have been gay or something like that, like a stud or something like that. It was like I was literally seeing the eternal part of her, probably the person she prayed to, which is her spouse. Naturally is with her. I seen his ass. That's the intriguing part. When I say spouse, it was her husband. He died though. And that's honestly why I believe I was able to hear her prayer. Because I can translate it. He's with me. That's the intriguing part of energy. But within that aspect, another aspect when I was in jail, realized that somebody was having COVID symptoms, but was afraid to say something because I guess when that happens in jail, they shut shit down. So everybody was telling her, pretty much to suck it up like, hell no. You need to go get some goddamn help for you all have us all fucked up around here. But it was intriguing how people encouraged her not to say nothing, all because they would shut things down. Obviously, it was needed to fucking happen, but it just that's a lesson that I've learned how some people don't speak up on certain things because people be afraid of losing things or things stopping. I'm about to be getting out in a couple of days. Obviously, they meant for you to get out in a couple of fucking days. You need to hang on a little longer. obviously, what you rush into is probably gonna have you to fuck back in here anyway. But moving over to the Oracle of the Universe really quick. That was divine energy. Oracle, this is the Oracle of the Universe. So that was the divine guidance. This one is just the Oracle of the Universe. The first house is over here looking at me. I actually want to look through the houses really quick. I did the zodiacs, but we got your aspirations, your first house, communication, use your senses, teaching, a balance. Nope, I say that right, Jesus. I already hopped on to the next card. Senses, that's what I mean. I already on it. I feel like Jupiter somewhere. Where the hell? I gotta find Jupiter. That's Jupiter. Anytime I do behavior like that, Jupiter, automatically. It'll make me seem like I'm wrong, but I'm correct. That's the intriguing part. It's that so confident. I'm already at the end. I already hopped to the goddamn period aspect, and I'm still reading the sentence. Like, yo. First house, your aspirations, communication, your senses, teaching, oneness of a balance, here and after. Oh, fifth house is in reverse again. You're not with your partner. That's important. Or this is that energy of what I just was speaking about. You. They're on the eternal side. It's almost a hangman energy. Because you might actually feel like they're still with you. You're using your senses. That's almost widow energy. That's widow energy. The only way I know how to recognize it. That's a genuine oneness, which actually came out. Teaching oneness of a balance. That's exactly what that is. It's widow energy. Like you still feel your partner. Like they're with you. That's some real intriguing energy. I feel like I can reference to that, but I actually ain't never been married in this life form. Probably been married my other lifetimes a good amount of times. The way I be having connections with people is just be like, yeah, I feel like I live that energy, honestly. But on top of that, I'm a tarot reader. I pull from energy, so I'm naturally having connections with people, which that's another form I have to realize how to balance those aspects out. You know, I'm just meant to translate energies. I don't have to have a connection with everybody just because I have a connection with them, if that makes sense. That's a lesson that I'm learning within my own self. I'm aware of it. It's just that's one of my problems, or used to be one of my problems, I should say, is not realizing I have a connection with them because I naturally pull energy. I'm naturally meant to serve a purpose spiritually for them. Um, in some form of a way. It's just I never got a chance to really figure that part out. Maybe if they watch me, they'll figure it out, or it already got done within that moment. I don't know. It's just that's something I have realized. Even with me speaking on somebody else too. You're not supposed to be using this in a lustful form to me. There's a bigger picture for us. Um, but this energy, you still feel them. Like they're still with you. That almost it's probably come off in the mental health area. Because you probably talk to them and everything like they're still there. And that's intriguing. 'Cause I do that energy already. I'm a person who literally does that. I communicate out loud sometimes. I have outbursts. The way I'm talking to you right now, I can have a full blown conversation without nobody around or no phone recording or nothing. It's intriguing. And I know I'm talking to somebody. It's not like I see that's the problem with me. I don't know if it's even a problem. It's one of my situations. I want to say of an expression, but why I don't go and try to seek help within that because like I don't feel there's something wrong. It's just literally I know what I do, so I know I have guidance around me, and I communicate with the guidance. Now, if I didn't do this part, or just wasn't spiritual in general, or I didn't think there was no eternal life, then I probably would go. I'd be in a rush to get there because something's fucking wrong, you know? But I have thought of going there because, to an extent, it is a handicap. It's uncontrollable. It's uncontrollable. It's something that I don't just choose like, oh well, I just want to have a long ass conversation with myself today, which is not even myself. Like I know there's somebody there. I know there's somebody there. It's just I don't see nobody. You don't see nobody. But who are you talking to? My ancestors. My goddamn guidance. Probably your goddamn people. Would you like to ask a question or something? Shit. But a lot of people don't believe in that. That's the intriguing part. That's why I even start asking people lately. I've been asking people, who are they talking to? One person recently asked me that. They asked me. They asked me. Nobody ever asked me that shit. I'd be amazed. Like people who I have been around, we'll say I grew up with, but I'm 34. I've been in pretty much within the same group of people since I've been here, since I've been like 18 or 19. I was 19, I believe. And I'm 34, and I'm just now moving away from the people that I pretty much, I don't know if you say grew up with or bloomed with or just been around within that gap of time. And it never, since I started having outbursts, because this is not something that I used to always do. It's something I just started doing. And nobody ever asked me, who are you talking to? Never did that come out their goddamn mouth. I said, who are you talking to? They just let me go. And they don't ever say shit. They get quiet, like they scared, like they know what time it is. And nobody ever asked me who you talking to. Who are you talking to? That always blows my mind. And that's with anybody in general. Most people, when they see people having outbursts, they don't ever ask them who the fuck they talking to. They just look at them and they be fuck quiet, like they know not to interrupt. They already know what time it is. So it's not like it's surprising. But for me lately, I've been wanting just to confirm my own faith attitude. I need to ask you who you're talking to. You might be talking to my people. Do you even know who you're talking to? Like, I really didn't want to know all those answers. So I asked their asses. Um, and the last time I did, she didn't respond back to me. She just got quiet, which I don't know what that was about, but it got real weird because this did happen on the bus and there was other people around. And they kind of started making fun of her, honestly, like, oh, that's just that mental health. She needs to go for a checkup. It is that time. I guess last month, October, was Mental Health Awareness Month. But it's like, people live this all year. This ain't no just once a month situation, which if it's October, it's spooky month. It is spooky month. It is fucking show off time, obviously. But seriously, it got real weird and I felt a little bad because, like, I really, that's the thing with me. I was not trying to be funny. I really just wanted to know who are you talking to, for one, and do you know who you're talking to? Because what she was talking about seemed like it could have been family or something, or it could have been a friend. She kept talking about some going to the dentist and getting a tooth pulled and some shit like that. And it's like, but she was doing my behavior, just talking out loud. So I'm like, who you talking to? Just to get her attention. And then I'm going to ask her, do you know who you talking to? Some people don't really know. Sometimes I don't know. I ask myself, man, who you talking to? Because I feel like a person should ask me that goddamn question. Who you talking to? Full blown, who the fuck you talking to, ma'am? It's time I really don't know. I don't know. It feels like I'm on TV or I'm on the radio. I don't know, but I know people's listening to what I'm guaranteed of it. But who? I don't know. I don't know. So I wonder if it's the same with their asses, honestly. It's intriguing. It reminds me of real life, even with the way I'm saying it now. How people just randomly have conversations with people. You don't know who the hell they are. You just talking into this goddamn person, or they just talking to you, but you don't know who they are. This man was asking you who this person. I don't know. Y'all just having a full blown conversation though. We actually live it, but when it's done on the eternal side, it comes off different. It comes off like a mental illness. But people really do that shit, and they don't know who the fuck they talking to. Then they realize later, like, what's your name? I don't know who you are. Full blown goddamn conversation. They're comfortable enough to conversate for hours or however long y'all conversate, not knowing who the hell they are. So it's not like it's just you're just talking to people you don't know. People do it all the time. You're probably guilty of it too. It's just a natural thing, but when it's done on a certain perspective for it looked at as a mental illness. But as I was saying, I felt bad because they started making fun of her like she wasn't fucking there. Made it seem like something was wrong with her, not realizing Maybe she know exactly who the fuck she talking to. You just nosy and disrespectful. That's the intriguing part. That's something I've learned within that energy. And people get treated like that. Of course, they do turn to drugs. I'm not giving it an excuse, but it's like it's a comforting form when it seems like there's no goddamn help. You're seeking some type of comfort, and it seems like the help don't know how to help because it's like if you don't have it, how can you recognize it to an extent? Most people, they really have to see it. I want to say hear it, but they hear it, they see it, but they don't know how to deal with it. All things don't need medicine. Some things just need to be an awareness level of what it is. And there ain't no getting rid of it. That's just one of the main aspects. It's nothing but a recognition of the eternal side, which is that COVID fucking energy. There's no getting rid of it. It's a really delicate form of even realizing who it is. What energy is it? There is people who carry bad energy. There is that. There's a lot of pain out there, so there's no telling sometimes. So it is important to ask those questions, but how to actually learn to cope with it for the most part is the important part. It reminds me of some how people they do the exorcist. They want to like get the spirit out of a person, which is that's just intriguing. But sometimes I guess it's needed. But seriously, what I'm getting at is they don't actually try to figure out what it wants. Because usually, sometimes if it's bad, it will leave itself. It's an awareness that is needed, and you're missing it. That's the intriguing part. You're just trying to get rid of something. It's like trying to sweep some shit up under the carpet. It's still there. And it get intensified when you try to sweep it up under there. Like, oh, now I gotta do some. Just think of how people really behave when they feel like they're being ignored. They intensify their goddamn behavior. It's like we see these lessons already. Like we go through class. But class still continues on the eternal side where they intensify shit. And just imagine if you had an energy that like turning it up here or they turn up on the eternal side too. That's the intriguing part. That's the intriguing part. That's why some of them come off like demons. If they was a demon form here, they like to turn up. They don't get their goddamn way. On that side too, they turn up. And they intensify shit. Even having energies as to becoming same sex. Just to get a message through. That's the intriguing part. That's why I even say this feels like a demon. Feels like a demon. That will have you go the wrong fucking direction. Just to get a message through. That's the intriguing part. But that's the part that would totally get missed. Because the lustful energy will come straight on out. And it's just like, oh shit, now I gotta reroute again. You know? Of course, the demon probably love it. Some people, for this aspect, everybody somehow, for some reason, for the most part, love two girls together. And the two guys is like, oh, disgusting, but it's shit. What the fuck is the difference? Some unbelievable taboo shit seems like it's happening. That should be a sensation all day, right? In either form, I would believe. But it's intriguing how, once again, on one side it's okay, the other side it's like the audacity. What the fuck is the difference? It should be a thrill. You're doing something that you ain't fucking told you're supposed to be doing, but can. And you like it. You know, it is what it is for some. It's just this aspect is a different energy that I'm talking about for the most part on this land. So I want to say, I don't know why I said that part, but it is what it is. I meant what I said. It's just, if you reroute it in a magnet form and you know better, it was a demon energy for sure. Protection. Oh, Jesus. I feel like this is what it's supposed to be. Just recognizing what can be done of a connection. It's supposed to protect. Even for me, translating this, it protects. It's letting you know what's happening. This is the eye of God too. That's important. I need some more cards. Think things through. Embrace your power. Think things through. This is not Russian. I feel like I explained that so many times. It's going to cause an effect. And it's a halfway energy. I finished going through those? I didn't. You got a part of me if it's feel all scrambled. It's just this is how the energy coming through, yo. This is how we starting our wonderful Monday off. What's the date today? It's Portal Day. It's Portal Day. It's Portal Day, and the 11th house is on the bottom. I don't know why I didn't think about that. I see why Spirit was like, oh, wake up. I felt like you ever watch The Matrix? If you didn't watch The Matrix, where they plug their asses in and they get unplugged, I feel like I don't know if I got unplugged or got plugged up because I just naturally just woke up early today, like 2 o'clock, like probably late 2 o'clock. But when I started recording, it was 3:07 or something like that. I remember looking at the phone and it was like early 3, but I was already up, so I know it had to be in the 2 o'clock hour. But either way, that's 2 o'clock is here and after, and 3 o'clock is communication. And most people they normally call it like the witching hours or something like that, the hunting hours, early in the morning, and I'm up at 3 o'clock on Portal Day, translating portal energy all day, airwavely, spotlight energy, protection form energy, the law of vibration, the law of correspondence, Cancer energy for sure. The moon is playing a really big part within that. We got the sun and moon energy out. And Cancer energy is a water element, and we are in water element. We in Scorpio season, which Scorpio didn't come out, but I actually want to see where it's at. I'm in the middle of Virgo and Taurus. How funny. It's Cancer, Gemini, which is two perspectives. That's funny. That's funny. That's so gorgeous. I knew there was a reason why I read these. You got Cancer energy with two perspectives. You got Taurus, and then go Scorpio, and then go Virgo. It's two of the same, but they're different aspects. They're both Earth aspects, but they're different. One, they normally say is stubborn, and the other one, Virgo, is a first responder. Like, it's funny because it's making me think of myself, honestly. Uh, it was told to me actually when I got my reading, which I actually was watching my reading. I ain't finished even telling you guys about that, but there'd be so much going on in life. Sometimes it amazes me how it seems like I don't do nothing sometimes, or like nothing's going on. But when I really think about it, a lot of important things happen. Like, it just be amazing. Definitely, I pull energy and I'm able to reference on something that I thought was so irrelevant that it's like class. It's like class happening, and I want to say tests come out, or I don't know how to even look at this form at the moment when it comes to that. But I went through class, and then this is like the highlights of class, if that makes sense. That's what it feels like. That's the intriguing part. It's like if I always pull energy for like throughout the whole day, I have done it before, but I did it in the number form where I tracked myself by the hour of what I was doing. And it was amazing how I played out. It was called Focus. I titled it Focus. And it was amazing the things that I was doing by the hour and what that number represented. It was a perfect balance. It was great, honestly, which let me know, like, oh my God, I literally live a perfect day. My life is perfect. I still gotta do too much and I wasn't watching the clock. That's the other funny part. I wasn't like I was sitting there watching the clock, like 1 o'clock. I naturally kept falling into the hours by hour by hour. It was intriguing. And I didn't have no alarm, nothing. Like I literally just I know it's 2 o'clock. I looked at the phone. It's 2 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock. It was amazing, honestly, how that was happening. Um, what was I getting at, Jesus? Zodiacs. Um, the lady had told me that is the energy as into. Oh God, how did she say it? I can't remember. She pretty much said a tree, like a old tree. Like you're stuck in your ways. That's what makes you stubborn. Like it's a song that I like, and I can't think of it right now or the name of it, but in the words of it, be like, "The rock is strong. The rock won't move, and the world. The rock is strong, and the word can't be undone. The rock of my foundation." Oh. But pretty much, it's a solid base. It's a solid one, and it's strong. Like that's the natural energy that I am, and it comes off stubborn. Like you ain't about to reroute me. You can't. The rock is strong, and the word can't be undone. You can't undo it. That's the intriguing part within that energy that I understood. That's what it remind me of when it comes to a stubborn energy. It comes stubborn because like you just really won't move. Or change a different perspective. It ain't meant to. You trying to lead me the wrong damn way. It comes off stubborn, but that stubbornness is good. It's solid. That's why. And on the opposite side, it's just a first responder energy. It the actual protection for it, metaphorically, the way I look at it and think of it. I'm look at it really quick. For Taurus, Taurus is not looking for a fight, but it would be a fatal error for anyone to challenge you. A determined Taurus builds strength with community on the way to greatness and riches. That's for that. You got that shield of armor. I wish you would. I wish you would. It reminded me of energy I explained recently, the way I was feeling. Honestly, when I had a feeling like Jeezy. And not like I want to be Jeezy because I don't know too much about Jeezy. It's just the mindset that he normally have within his music that I listen to. I felt like that. But with opera playing, because life be really class sometimes really be intense, and people in class, if you ever been in school while you're in class, people really try people, and you have to maintain a certain behavior in class, and that's the part that made me come off like Jeezy, like. But in this aspect of energy, I felt like I had a water gun, and my water gun had holy water in it, and I was just shooting their ass because I didn't want to hurt them. I just wanted to heal their ass, bring some goddamn positive energy their way. I didn't want to hurt nobody, but I had to. You ever go to church and they like spark that goddamn water on you, they're supposed to heal you, like demon come out type of shit. I was on that type of energy, honestly. That's the only way I felt I shouldn't be. Like I shouldn't have been in a negative way. I shouldn't have been playing with fire, feeling I'm cooling that shit down. Take this, but get the fuck back at the same time. Come back when you recruit, when you and the shit ain't gone and sunk in, you healed. You can see better and clearer now. The moment don't come at me with no stupid shit. Get back. And that's what Taurus was. That's what Taurus is on for sure. Get the fuck back. Get back, get back. You don't know me like that. That's Lil Chris song. That's funny. That's that energy for sure. Um, yeah, and Virgo's just like I said, not one to wait for anything. Virgo takes action first out of all 12 signs. Definitely a misunderstood energy to the fullest. Virgo is always doing and moving toward a well defined goal, so much that individuals around you systematically take action toward it as well. That's all. We set the trends, bringing them in. It remind me of that energy. Because when people following through, it's that magnetic energy once again that just pursue what you're doing. This is almost where it becomes like energy. Some people get paranoid, but it's like people want to be just like me. Which for me, I have a hard time with that energy. Honestly, I'm learning to embrace it to an extent because it lets me know that I'm popping and I am, But it's just I feel like there ain't another me. Why people want to do me? Do you? Be you. It's weird trying to be somebody else, but it's like I have moments sometimes where I do get inspired. Like most recently, honestly, I went and grabbed me some new clothes, just so I had some different things to put on. But I seen somebody who had a nice look, and I was like, ooh, maybe I want to go get me a plaid shirt because I like plaid. I wasn't thinking about plaid, but I liked the way the plaid looked it on her. I was like, oh, I want me some plaid. I didn't go buy none, but it's the whole aspect of people do get inspired by people and make them want to do that. So if I would have showed up the next day with a plaid shirt on and then ran into her, she could have probably thought, oh, she wanted to be like me. She seen me with plaid on and now she got plaid on. It's like, to an extent, that's true. You inspired me, but our plaids don't look alike. Different colors, I'm sure. You might not even got plaid on that same day, which she actually did. Intriguingly, she had the same outfit back on again. Honestly, I don't know if she just wore the shirt like it's a jacket. I didn't look at the pants. It's just that shirt. I really did see her. I think the next day she had that same shit on. Maybe she liked the outfit, honestly. Maybe it's a work uniform. I don't know. It's just, she actually really did have it on. Again. Um, so yeah, I guess we would have been twinning it up if I would have went and bought one and I would have wore it that next day. We would have looked like twinning or something. And for some people, their mindset, oh, you want to be just like me. Some people think that. It's a paranoid behavior. But some people like that. Like, oh, I want everybody to look like me. Some people thrive off that. For me, I have a hard time with that. It's like, I know we are all unique. So why are we not operating like we're all unique? Why there's so many fucking clones? There's nothing new happening because everybody following everybody. There should be new. There should be always something new. Just the way I look at it, honestly. But it is beautiful. Trends, or when I say trends, like it's something always come back. It always repeats. You can expect. Like for me, I'm pulling turtlenecks. I'm pulling turtlenecks out in the summertime just because I like a turtleneck. But fall time, winter time, expect turtlenecks to be out. You know, it's intriguing. Why can't I pull my sundress out in the goddamn winter time? Like I ain't gonna get all hot. Everything's still gonna stay in place. I'm gonna look great. Some people's like, it's wintertime. You're only supposed to wear sundresses in the summertime. Or maybe in the fall, but I think of sundresses in the goddamn summertime. But for me, I normally do the opposite because I feel more comfortable. Like I'm pulling my shorts out normally in the fall time or winter time. My legs gonna be out during that time. That's how I normally operate. It's just my natural behavior, honestly. It's not like I'm purposely doing it. It's just normally what I do. That's the intriguing part. But I feel like I done rebelled a whole bunch. This energy. You're separated. I can't remember what else I was thinking about when it came to that, but separated. You still feel them. Probably still communicate with mental health. That's what that. This goes in the mental health category. How you probably operate. I wonder how you deal with that. I wonder if you cope well with it or if it's still difficult. Because y'all not together. And this is the aspect. That's what I was saying. I actually see this done with people that's actually here. Like they're not actually with their spouse. It comes off like a widow energy, which I feel like that's nothing but like a testimony and a lesson as to this is what happened. This is what's possible. Because there's so many people that's like actually soul based for each other, but they're not together. They in relationships already, but with the wrong person, and they can communicate with them from a distance because they're meant to be together. They're just not together. That's the intriguing part when it comes to that energy, and that's what's happening in the dark. Hello, moon. Fourth house represents the foundation of life in a portal. That's 411 too. 411. It's communication. You're communicating. That's beautiful. They're probably in us. Whether you're a widow or your soulmate that's separate, there's communication happening for sure. And I feel like that goes to the law of cause and effect. Y'all not together, but y'all need to know that you're still whole no matter what. I feel like let's get with this whole lesson, honestly. Not that deck. This is his deck. Whole. The one that is translated, whole. Circles. Whole. Complete. Look at how they explain that. I want to eat this cheesecake. I bought me some cheesecake. I want to eat it. I'm looking at it. Like, this sounds great right now. I ate something great. I tried some different meal yesterday. I get tired of eating the same thing. It's like, for myself personally, as an adult, I have to learn what I actually like, not what I was raised eating. Because raised eating, you best believe it was Romans, and I love some Romans. There's nothing wrong with Romans, like Roman noodles. I feel like I was raised off that for the most part. You know, I never complained about it. I never ever will. People say that's some cheap. People shit broke. People shit. For me, it was a great meal. It was great quality and great price status. It made sense. Even though I had a big family, that's where it came off like this some broke people shit. But it really wasn't. It made sense. It was. I love it. Even as a dog, I continue to eat it. I don't care how much money I got in my pocket. I'm grabbing me some Romans for the most part. Um, and then dating for a while, and then just enjoying being taken care of. Um, I never had to purchase my own food or nothing. Um, I just eat what was given to me. Sometimes I get to pick it out, but normally it's just given to me. So actually, as an adult, on my own, learning what I would like to eat, I have to go try different things. Honestly, because I know for myself, I love fish a lot. Honestly, that I do. Um, but nothing else. I don't really know. I don't really step outside of that, like trying lamb and other types of meat. Like I normally do go to fish for the most part. Um, but it's different places. And I try a new place that I'm actually close to, and it's so funny because I didn't think I was gonna really like their food. I thought it was like African food or something, which I guess is a stereotype, which I guess it don't really matter, but literally, I don't know. I tried African food before because my mom, she liked Africans. She went through a stage where she was dating Africans, which for me, honestly, I'm gonna say they ain't gonna never let you back in the store, man. I'm just joking. That'd be foolery. It's just my perspective of things that really happen. They probably observe it too, or they might be ones that do it. I feel like they're too dominant over their females. I don't like the way they were talking to their females crazy. But Africans, that's what I'm getting at. One approached me before, and I didn't like the way he approached me. I was just like, whoa. I need you to take 59 steps back. Like, and that's where it might come off like, black women are just so aggressive. Like, no, it's the opposite. You approach me aggressive, and I'm just like, back up. You barking up the wrong tree. I barks back. Okay? I barks back. Don't bark at me. The foot it is. And when I'm using this bark form, I mean just you approaching me wrong. You coming off aggressive. You coming off like too dominant. And I haven't surrendered to you yet. Okay? Back up. But my mom, anyway, had a stage where she dated Africans. She liked them. She seemed happy, honestly, with them. Which for my mom, it kind of makes a little bit more sense. She need like a strong structure of a guy for metaphorically. One who seemed like they all just focused on her, like nothing else is important but you, baby. You know, she need that, which that's great. I think that too, but different levels for different folks. Anyway, stick on topic now. I'm just thinking, like I'm thinking about my mom and things she's been through. Dealing with cheaters and unfaithful people. But Africans they do have multiple wives, but that's why I'm just like I'm trying to stay on topic. As to the aspect of one who just really is all about just one person. Like I just want you. I approached you like a true champion, and I conquered, and I'm just gonna cherish you. I get it. It works for some. Um, I conquered you like a true champion. And that's how I expect my spouse to be. But anyway, I'm rambling, Jesus. Anywho, she brought some food home before, and I tried a little bit, and we actually went to a place before to buy something. I just wasn't feeling it, honestly. I don't know if it was just what she ordered, but I didn't like it. Honestly, the little bread was not that bad. I like the banana style concept. that they be having is nice. But I really don't like their food. Or maybe just what she ordered. That could be a stereotype because I ordered whatever she liked, I didn't like from that one order. There probably could have been other things, but I was like, oh, I ain't feeling this. I don't like the way it tastes. But I found a new place and it was so great. Which is so funny because I went in there and I was looking at the menu and I had no clue what Pennatine was. I'm like, what is Pennatine? It was a Pennatine. They had a bunch of Pennatine, like Pennatine, and I can't remember what else they had with it, but Pennatine. I was looking at it like, what the hell is Pennatine? Because I wanted salmon, and Pennatine came with the salmon, but I didn't know what Pennatine was. I'm like, what is Pennatine? So I finally asked him. He was like, it's like a banana. I was like, oh yes, I want that. That sounds great together. Banana and fish. It's not an actual banana, but he said it's like banana and shit. Good enough for me. I want it. I'm probably gonna be eating a lot of Pennatine, honestly, because I like it. And there's different things that Pennatine comes with. And I was like, oh yes, because I didn't want rice. I've been trying to an extent. It's been intentionally done not eating so many carbs, um, just because I just at the moment I haven't been. I still been eating a lot of meat. I had to slow down on that aspect. I have been told that my protein level was really high than what it gets supposed to be. Because of the time I do just eat meat. Um, but the day that I actually got it taken, I ate a lot of meat. Like I had nothing but meat that morning. And then I left out and I had bought some more meat. Like I had like a bowl of chicken. And then when I actually got there, I left out and I go in and got some fish. So when I actually took the test, of course it showed up so high because like back to back that same day I didn't take a lot of meat. So it's not like in general it just should be high. It's just that day I really did consume of nothing but meat. Not thinking, my protein level was gonna come up high because you're taking a lot of meat. But I was told that, so it's just something I have to be watching, be cautious of certain times that you can't have a protein level that's too high. That was new awareness to me. I didn't know that honestly. This was a funny aspect because people, to an extent, at one point in time, were telling me that's all you need. You have to have protein. When I wouldn't call myself a vegan. I just didn't eat meat for like 6 or 7 years, and people just always nagged at me as to how you don't eat meat? How you get protein then? You have to have meat. And now that I'm eating meat, you got too much damn meat, ma'am. And it's just like, ay, ay, ay. Jesus. Ay, ay, ay. I want to see where the mind is at and where it's headed to. Keep your commandments, have faith, embrace your power, think things through. The law of relativity is looking up at me, but the law of cause and effect came out, the law of correspondence, and so did the law of vibration. Our zodiac highlights is Leo, Libra, and Aquarius. A lot of airwave energy, which is balance it out. This is a great time to be around spiritual people, honestly, which ain't surprising why I pulled out my gospel yesterday, and even in the female aspect. It's intriguing the things that females can do, honestly, like spiritual ones. Like, and it's levels of spiritual. There's a wicked side to it because the people abuse, they got doggone gifts. But at the end of the day, what I'm getting at, which is a true statement, it is amazing what can be done when together. It really goes in the category of when two or more are gathered, the Lord is present. And that's in an anybody aspect, definitely if you're spiritual. And that seems like what is needed right now and what's happening. It's almost like a reunited type of an energy where it's like, just how you show up for church, you gather together. It's a needed aspect. It's a needed aspect that it feels like right now, honestly, which ain't surprising. We are in November. It's a thankful time, so reuniting makes sense. And of course, that's what Spirit wants. Because just like we're thankful for it and we're able to do it, our physical bodies coming together allows the spiritual side to come together, if that makes sense. And all together, it comes off beautiful. It's a celebration on both sides. Um, it's almost the same energy as into when they be like, don't yoke with an unbeliever. It's intriguing because it's a natural energy that's supposed to happen. It's like you allow the opposite side of you to come inside. Like you preach all this demon stuff, but then you yoke with an unbeliever and Now you're carrying a damn demon. Maybe it's just a chance because they don't follow the same standards and values as you. It's gonna be a contradictory and something that should be flowing very well. Um, I feel like that was just here or there energy, but that's an important one because I mentioned it. It's just that's what it reminded me of. With this like only spiritual people can gather. It's an important energy that happens and it's needed. As I'm saying, it's November. It's thankful energy. It's a natural coming together energy. It's just something about the spiritual part right now. As always, that is intensified. It is needed and it's happening. I want to say it's a lot of recognition, honestly. A lot of healing, a lot of repairing energy that's needed. But where's the mind at? In the air, for sure. Protection. You know, defense mode? Get back, get back. That's what it feels like, honestly. And it lands right on Libra. Who are you? The law of correspondence. I mean, that's not what that says. That says the right concentration. The law of correspondence is right here, but right concentration. Your mind is on right concentration, which is a balance. And who up under their second house? Your right concentration is going with your second house. It's airwavely. There's a natural communication that's happening. So, once again, this is a spiritual concept all day for sure. You know you're receiving right now. Like, a lot of people probably are up writing right now, translating like me right now. You might be on the phone, you might be texting. It's a lot of communication. It's just it happens in different forms. Could be a painting, sewing something. But when I say those aspects, it's the eternal side having you do it. It is a purpose that's needed within that. That's the intriguing part. Maybe you meant to give it to somebody. Maybe that's something that you need to wear because it's gonna be a sign of somebody else. I don't honestly know at the moment. I could. I'm gonna see. Just because I said it. I play too much Jesus. I'm gonna go over to the divine oracle really quick. I'm curious when it comes to that. Have faith. That's what it's already done. Have faith. Who's at the bottom? Refine your attention. Bring your attention back. Have faith. Have faith. You're not doing anything for no reason. This is literally divine strategy. Timing all day. You have to be true. This is dedication too, for sure. Where the mind be headed to? Law of cause and effect is catching my attention. Cause and effect. I'm on top of the world. Halfway. That's so beautiful. Because if your spouse is on the eternal side, like they graduated and they are clear now, which what I'm getting at is they die, they're deceased, their flesh has stopped, but they're invisible now. They're in the air. They guide you. It's just you recognize it. That's the intriguing part. And they're saying they're on top of the world. They're still here. They can thrive you if you're aware of it. If you're not, then you it's the intriguing energy. It's delicate, but I want to say you'll miss it, but you catch it at the same time. You just probably think you're crazy. They're gone. Their flesh ain't here. Some people really think there's nothing on the eternal side. Even if you are a believer, sometime in our mind, when somebody flesh stopped that we care about, we literally think they're gone. Like we totally forgot about dying, being reborn. We somehow forgot about the eternal side. Like they're still there. This is the aspect. How deep is your love? How much did you pay attention to them while they was there? While they was here? Was that something for myself? I learned I had to work on a little better because I have actually come to have connections with people, but when we're separated, I learned I don't know nothing about this person. I didn't invest enough in learning them. Which on other aspects, I know I have. I can tell a person about themselves all day, and they'd probably tell me I'm crazy, but it's like, I've been around you. I know you very, very well, very well, and I know we have connection because he can find me no matter goddamn what. Yeah, I mean, our connection is great. It's just moving forward. It's another aspect that I really have to invest in when it comes to other people. But everybody want to rush everything so quickly. You know what I'm saying? When they be like, if you don't give it up to a person, the next person will. A lot of people operate off that concept where they think they're supposed to have sex or something right away, and you don't know nothing about this goddamn person. Whether y'all keep dating or not, like whether y'all keep talking, you don't know nothing about this person. So if you actually do care about them, like when they go to the eternal side, you ain't learned nothing. If that makes sense, to be able to recognize signs. Like for me, I don't know how to go find these people. I don't know who to reach out to if something was to go wrong. Like it's an intriguing energy. But that is a lesson for me that I speak of a lot when it comes to the eternal side. Like you gonna miss signs if you didn't learn it while they were here. People be like, give them their roses while they're here. A lot of people do it afterwards. They put all these fucking flowers on the goddamn little burial area and inside the coffin with them. It's like, where was those flowers at when I was here? You know? Where was that money you placing in here when I was here? All this goddamn jewelry you can magically want to give up now. Why you didn't give it to me while I was here? You know? It's an intriguing energy how people just all of a sudden they just have epiphany. I said, oh, I just want to. All that shit don't matter no more. They can't use it. They don't need it on that side. They needed it or they would have appreciated it while they were here. Right mindfulness. Mine is on right mindfulness. That's funny. Who's in the bottom? Right livelihood. That's funny. Give flowers while they goddamn here. Pay attention while you're here. It's like being in class. Like I have to use life as class because it really remind me of class, honestly. Like really pay attention. So when it comes off like it's test time, you're ready. You have the experience. You know how to navigate. Other than I show up to class every day, but when it's test time, I'm just clueless. I don't know. None of this sounds familiar. I don't know why this happening to me. Why me, Jesus? Like you just went through the lessons. You ain't pay attention to nothing. And I honestly am guilty of that. I actually expressed that because I really thought about it and I really came off like, oh my God. I ain't learned nothing. Intriguing. I learned a couple of things, but where it really counts, I ain't learned nothing. That was the intriguing part. And that was almost the scary part, but at the end of the day, it's like, I can't even justify that. I want to. I'm thinking of a way to justify it. I'm thinking of a way to justify it. Certain things that meant to waste your time on, but I wouldn't say it was wasting my time. It's just, you can't justify this one. I can't justify it. Literally didn't learn nothing. The only thing I can say is next time you know to do better. So I'm saying it for myself and for others. You just know next time to do better. Ask questions. Don't just be amongst each other in this best life form and just waste it. Communication is so important. I think that's what even makes it the best life that we can. But it drives me crazy because a lot of people, even myself, obviously, guilty of lacking in that area. Making everything else important other than getting to know that person, which is nothing but spiritual guidance, a connection. That's it. But that's been the energy, you guys. Have a great day.